YA nerds, Rue here, talking about another series of graphic novels. Today we're going to talk about Lumberjanes, which I have all 6 volumes as of April 2017. These are heavy. So I know the series was first created by Noelle Stevenson with a couple of other people. Unfortunately, I only really know about Noelle Stevenson. I have to do better research on these things. I started following her on the internet a while ago. She posts these really amazing art things. She's also really well known for Nimona, which is another really great graphic novel series. It actually started as a webcomic. She's also really well known for the Hawkeye Initiative, which is the funniest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. Basically, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's when you take a female comic book character from a comic book, like the actual comic book, whatever pose she's in, you draw Hawkeye in that pose. Basically, it was meant to show how, like, female comic book characters are super sexualized, and if you drew a male comic book character in that same pose, he would look ridiculous. So, of course, they chose Hawkeye, because why not? Actually, I think there's a real reason behind that, but I'm just gonna shrug and say why not. So, she kind of started working on this series. In fact, I think for the first couple of them, yeah, the first 5, she was like a really big part of the series. So I love this series. It's great. I'm going to talk to you about it. Each book's about 120 pages. It's about standard for graphic novels. Maybe 130. I know volume 5 is a little bit thicker than the other ones, just a smidge. So maybe anywhere from 130 to 150 pages. Easy to pick up in an afternoon and plow through maybe 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, so here we go. So for the plot, I'm just going to read the plot for like the first book. Again, I'm getting this from Goodreads. So, friendship to the max. At Miss Kinsella Fisquin Pinnaquickle Thistle Crumpet's Camp for Hardcore Lady Types, things are not what they seem. 3-eyed foxes, secret caves, anagrams. Luckily, Joe, April, Mal, Molly, and Ripley are 5 rad, butt-kicking best pals determined to have an awesome summer together. And they're not going to let a magical quest or an array of supernatural critters get in their way. Each book deals with a different thing, but for the most part, they're all about friendship. The Lumberjanes are kind of like the Girl Scouts. They have their own camp. They go there for, I'm assuming it's summer. It doesn't feel like it's a summer. It feels like it's forever. I mean that in the best way possible. The series has been going on for a couple of years. They're still publishing. I don't know when the next one's coming out or when it's going to end, but it's great. For my review, I'm gonna say, what's better than a story about a group of girls pooling their strengths to solve supernatural phenomena? Literally nothing is better than that. This is fantastic. Series is beautifully drawn, and the writing is always super spot on. I even like that they had a crossover with Gotham Academy, which is another series I'm really into. Again, I have a lot of graphic novels. I read a lot of different series, but when they do crossovers like that, it's great. You know, the characters are really interesting. I'm always looking forward to when the next volume comes out. Lumberjanes also shows all types of girls, which is great. For instance, here's the cover of the first volume. Let me just put these down. All 5 girls are on each cover every time. So here's all the girls. This is Ripley. She's the youngest. This one is April. She's kind of like the go-getter all the time. She's usually the leader. And then you have Joe in the middle, Mal, and Molly. And like I said, they're all different shapes, like all different shapes and sizes. A couple of them are not white, which is great. I love it when we have people of color, and especially women of color in our stories. A couple of them are not straight. Fantastic. It's always good to have LGBTQIA representation. I even think that the head camp counselor, oh, here she goes, whose name I'm blanking on right now, her right there. I'm pretty sure she isn't straight either. It's fantastic. They also have a really awesome camp counselor who is always trying to make sure they don't get in trouble. Her name is Jen. I'm trying to see if she's in here. Oh, here she is. What the junk just happened? She's great too. I feel bad for Jen all the time because she's always trying to get the girls to like not go on the adventure, and they're always kind of like, sorry Jen, going on an adventure, bye. So they run away. So fun. Representation across the board. Totally my jam. As for tropes, we have youths in danger. Youths. Strong/smart female protags. Clueless adults. Yeah. And unusual names. And I only say that because we meet so many different women characters in this series, friend or foe, and a lot of them are magical, and they have weird names. For my rating, it gets a 10 out of 10. I have to stop giving books 10s out of 10s, but I have to stop reading such amazing books, I guess. I've reread the series twice already. Fantastic series. I actually had to reread the first book like 3 times. Because I feel like I missed something at first, but it just turns out I was like sleepy when I was reading it. Really great. The only thing that confuses me sometimes, and maybe it's just because I have to read up on my history, is they use strong females throughout history. They use their words as like an aw shucks. So they'll be like, Nellie, Bly, why is this happening? So it's funny, but sometimes I'm like, who is this person they're talking about? Like, I have to read more history, I guess, because I'm not up on my lady history, so I should get on that. As for my favorite part, I really loved the most recent novel. It was so much fun. I'm gonna spoil something for you guys, because I'm terrible. Where is it? I know it's towards the end. I'm gonna find it. So 2 of the characters start dating at one point in the series, and it's not like explicitly stated. There it is. Until this moment when they're like separated, and it's like, Mel, are you okay? Oh, I am now. And they kiss. Oh my god, it's so, look how cute they are. They're so cute. Super spoiler though, I'm sorry. It's just so adorable. Really, read it, even if that's spoiled for you. Like, read it because their relationship, the way it develops, is adorable. Oh my god. I love seeing young ladies, like, fall in love. It's great. Yeah, so, they're... And also, I also love in every book when they solve the problem how smart and amazing all these young ladies are. It's great. I kind of wish I was friends with all these girls. I wish I had a pack of 5 girls that I could always be like, we have a problem, let's solve it. So, yeah. For the age range, I'm gonna say anywhere from 12 and up. I think any kid can read this, any girl can read this especially. Anyone can read this. It's a great series. It's not hard. The only thing that a 12-year-old or even 13, 14, 15 would be confused about is, again, that they mention these historical figures, and I mean, I didn't even know who they are, and I'm almost 30. So that would be the only thing I would say about that. But 12 to 18 and up, everyone can read this. I think everyone should read it. I think it's great. I think it empowers women in the best way. And seriously, such a good series. Again, there are 6 out right now. I don't know when it's gonna end, which is the only downside, because I'm running out of room on my shelf, as I've stated before. There's my shelf, running out of room. I have 3 bookcases and they're all full. Such is life. I had a friend tell me that I should start reading things from the library instead of buying them, but when you start buying a series, you can't stop. Like, you have to own the series. You have to. And unfortunately, I'm like that with like 6 series right now, so we'll see what happens. And I guess that's it for this. Go pick up Lumberjanes. Really, seriously, it's amazing. And if you like what you're seeing, you want to watch me stumble through more reviews of different YA books and other things, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to update every other Thursday. And I guess we'll see you around. Take care, YA nerds.